Hello, my name is Teacher Aaron, and this video is all about a little boy who has a strange experience. This story is called Nothing is Forgotten, and it was written by Ryan Andrews. If you want to see this story, you can go to ryana.com, and I will put this link in the description below. Ryan Andrews has written some books that have a lot of pictures, and pictures make it very easy to understand what is happening in the story. So if you want to learn English, I recommend practicing books that have lots of pictures. Okay, this story is called Nothing is Forgotten. And the first picture is a cemetery or a graveyard. We see some gravestones. Okay, this is a gravestone or a tombstone. And there are many gravestones in the cemetery or in the graveyard. There is a big tree, and there are some metal gates. A gate is like a door. A gate is a door that opens to let people drive in. We also see that it is raining in the graveyard, and there are puddles of water on the ground. There is a funeral at the graveyard. Here we see a priest who is reading from the Bible. We have a little boy who is looking down at the gravestone, and the little boy's mother. And they are all dressed in black. I am dressed in white, but they are dressed in black because they are at a funeral. And they are holding umbrellas to protect themselves from the rain. They are holding black umbrellas. The little boy is sad. He looks into the grave. Okay, there is a big hole in the ground where you put the coffin or the box with a dead body. The little boy and his mother walk back to their truck. The little boy is very sad. When they are inside the truck, the little boy looks at a picture. And it is a picture of him, his mom, and his dad. I think his dad is the one who died. His dad is the one inside the grave. The little boy and his mom drive home. They park the truck in front of the house. The mother parks the truck in front of the house. And the little boy runs away. He runs away from his mother. And you can see he has a tear. He has a tear because he is crying. He's very sad. He runs into the woods or into the forest. There are lots of trees in the forest. He runs into the forest. He crosses a stream or a small river. He jumps onto a stone so that he can cross the river. He climbs over a tree branch. He goes in between two big trees. Here's one tree. Here is another tree. And the little boy goes between the two trees. He sees a very big tree that has fallen over. And he climbs onto the tree. He climbs onto the tree trunk. And he walks across the fallen tree. He walks across the fallen tree. And the little boy sits on the edge of the tree. But the tree snaps, it breaks, and the little boy falls off the tree. He hits the ground. And that is the end of this page. On the next page, we see that the little boy starts to wake up, but it's very dark now. He has been laying on the ground for a long time. It gets a little bit lighter, and the boy is very scared. Ah! Look how big his eyes are. His eyes are open very wide. His mouth is a frown, and he is very scared. The moon is very big. It is a full moon. A full moon. It's a full moon when you can see the moon as a full circle. Not a moon that looks like this, but a moon that looks like this. That is a full moon. The little boy does not have his glasses. His glasses are on the ground. Then he finds his glasses and he puts his glasses on. He puts his glasses on his face. He is still very scared. Oh, look, he sees a big tree with a hole. The tree has an opening. The little boy walks over to the tree, but look, there is something inside the tree. There are two eyes inside the tree. The little boy is very scared. He is terrified. The little boy runs away. He runs as fast as he can. And he hides behind a big rock. The little boy hides behind a big rock because he is afraid. He is scared of whatever is inside the tree. Look at that. It's a monster. It's very strange. It has dark swirls and it has two white eyes. And the monster comes out of the tree. The little boy looks from behind the rock and he is very scared. The monster stands up. It stands up and the monster walks toward him. The little boy hides and he hugs his knees. This is his knee. This is my knee. The little boy hugs his knees and the monster looks at him. The little boy is very scared. But look, he sees an umbrella sitting next to him. There is some lightning, okay? There is a flash of lightning in the sky. The little boy opens his umbrella to protect himself from the rain. Here is the little boy's umbrella. And look, the monster is gone. The monster is not here. The little boy leans against the rock, and he goes to sleep. The next morning, or the next day, the little boy wakes up. He is still in the forest. He spent the whole night in the forest. He is still holding the umbrella, and you can see that he is still afraid. He is nervous. He looks around the rock because he doesn't know where the monster is. He walks through the forest holding the umbrella. And he looks inside the tree, and there is a deep hole that goes down, 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 down into the ground, and it's very dark. And look, there is a ladder on the inside of the tree that someone can climb. But does the little boy go down into the tree? Look, he looks down into the hole. He sees the ladder go down, and he sees the two eyeballs of the monster. Oh, look behind him. Here comes the little boy's mom, and she has a dog to look for the little boy. There is also two men, two men with the mother, and one of the men has a gun. The mother and the little boy are very happy. The little boy runs to his mother, and they hug each other. The mother puts a jacket or a coat onto the little boy. This is a jacket because it's cold outside. And then they hold hands and they walk back home. But the little boy looks behind him. The little boy looks back as he walks through the woods. And the little boy sees the hunters go down into the hole. The dog smells. The dog smells inside the hole, and the little boy watches them as he walks back to his house. Then his mother makes him a warm bowl of soup, and the little boy is very happy to eat his soup. But he's still sad because he looks at the picture on the wall and he sees his father, and he is very sad because he misses his father. The little boy is back at the funeral again. He is back looking down into the grave. Wow, look how big this grave is. It's an enormous hole in the ground. And there are two eyes in the hole. There is a monster in the hole, and the monster reaches out towards the little boy. Ah, it was all a dream. It was a bad dream. The little boy had a nightmare. He wakes up very scared. It is raining outside when the little boy wakes up. And look out his window. The monster has come. The little boy looks out the window and he sees lots of monsters outside. The monsters have umbrellas. Look, there's at least 1, 2, 3, 4 monsters, and they are holding umbrellas. One monster is looking underneath the truck. And the little boy looks out the window at the monsters. Then he looks under his bed. He looks under his bed and he takes out the umbrella. Then the little boy goes outside. He leaves his house and he goes outside holding the umbrella. He looks out the door and he sees a monster. The little boy runs outside. He runs after the monster. But now the monster is gone. There is no more monster, and the little boy is still running. Then he looks at the hill, and he does not see a monster. He just sees lots of trees, or the forest. And the little boy looks for the monster, but he does not see one. The next morning, the little boy wakes up again. You can see his glasses are here on top of the dresser. He is hiding underneath his blanket because he was afraid. He is very tired. His hair is messy. And the umbrella is in the corner. It is in the corner of his room. Here is one wall. Here is another wall. And the two walls meet in the corner. The little boy is tired. He picks up his umbrella and he goes outside. He goes back to the forest again. And look, the little boy sees a man with a wheelbarrow. And there's something inside the wheelbarrow. The little boy runs away. You can see him run away so that the man with the wheelbarrow does not see him. The little boy hides behind a tree, and the man with the wheelbarrow walks right past. Look what is inside the wheelbarrow. These are planks of wood, or you might say these are 2x4s. They're made out of wood. The little boy keeps walking into the forest. He walks into the forest. He crosses the stream by jumping onto the stones, and he still has his umbrella. He climbs over the tree limb. He goes between the two big trees, and he sees the tree that has fallen over, and he looks at this tree here. Look what happened. The tree used to have a big hole right here, but now the hole has been covered up with planks of wood and nails. Here is a plank, a plank, a plank, a plank, and here is a nail, a nail, a nail, a nail, a nail, a nail. There is lots of nails and lots of planks that cover up the tree. They cover up the hole in the tree. The little boy runs to the tree. He tries to pull the plank off of the tree, but the nails are too hard. This is a nail, and the little boy cannot pull the plank off of the tree. So he tries to kick the tree. He kicks the tree with his foot, but he cannot get through. So the little boy goes home. When he looks at his house, he sees some other people there. There is a car and there are some people at the house. There are two men at the house. And the little boy's mother has some papers in her hands. She looks at the papers, and the little boy sees that his mother is not happy. His mother is very sad about the papers because the papers or the documents say that they must leave their house. It's a very sad day, and the little boy sits on the stairs of his house. He has a blanket wrapped around him, and he sits with the blanket around him and the umbrella on his lap or on his legs, and he falls asleep while he's sitting on the stairs. But look at this shadow. It's the shadow of the mother. The mother comes outside and she sits next to her son. She picks the little boy up and she hugs him. Then the mother carries the boy back inside. She puts him in bed, she tucks him in, and then the little boy falls asleep. But remember, they have to leave their house, right? These men came from the bank. They gave the mother papers, and now they must leave the house. So they pack up their truck. They put lots of boxes and chairs into their truck. And then they look at the house one last time and they drive away. They drive away. And the little boy looks back at his house and he's very sad. You can see he is crying because he will never see his house again. But look at this house. It's wintertime. The trees have no leaves and there is lots of snow. A truck comes back to the house. And look, there are lots of icicles. This is an icicle, an icicle, an icicle, an icicle. There are lots of icicles and lots of snow on the house. The truck drives up to the house. It drives in front of the house. And someone opens the door. He opens the door of the truck and steps out. Look, there are footprints in the snow. And a man touches the house. This man looks inside the house through the window. He sees that the house is empty and it's very old. He goes back to his truck and he takes out his old umbrella. Then the man walks into the woods. He has a big beard and he's wearing glasses, and it's very cold, so you can see his breath. And he walks into the woods. You can see the footprints behind him. He crosses the stream by stepping on the stones. He climbs over the tree limb. He walks between the two big trees. He sees the tree that has fallen over, and he walks past the tree. Here is the tree that has fallen over. And he looks, and the man looks at the tree that has been boarded up. The tree that used to have a big hole, but now it has wooden planks. And the man reaches into his backpack and he pulls out a crowbar or a pry bar. And the man pries off the planks. He pulls the plank and the nails out of the tree. Then the man looks down into the hole and he sees the planks or the ladder that goes down into the hole. And the man gets his umbrella, his old umbrella that he has had since he was a little boy. And he sees the eyes down in the hole. And what does the man do? He holds on to the ladder, he grabs the ladder, and he starts to climb down. And the man climbs down into the hole that he never forgot since he was a little boy. The end. I hope you liked this video. And if you want to see more videos to help you learn English, you can click on this link here. Thanks. Bye-bye.